Hello everyone, tonight we're going to be playing a game that I literally just bought called Wildermyth. It's sort of a D&D style sort of tabletop campaign game. And originally I was gonna go for the account name. I was originally gonna go for just my channel name. Let's see what the randomizer has for us first. I imagine these are perhaps like character names that has for the database. At the very least, it's got words. So let's go for just a random name. Why not? Like truffle, leaf, rodent, lording, dragon thistle. Yeah, let's go for dragon thistle. Yeah, it's gotta load. Signed in as dragon thistle. Right, new story. There's apparently multiplayer. You've also got a multitude of things to do. Like the Enduring War, Monarchs Under the Mountain, Illuna and the Moth, All the Bones of Summer, 3 chapters, 5 chapters, Legacy 3 chapter, Legacy 5 chapter, whatever that means. The Age of Ulstrix, a 3rd chapter. Her story that is geared towards new players face off against the implacable Gorgon leader Ulstrix. So, guess we're going with that since it's the only one available. Because everything else is unlocked after you complete the tutorial. Let's see. You got Storyteller. Focus on telling stories with more control over the outcomes. Adventure. Standard difficulty. The lands are dangerous but won't push you too harshly. Won't punish you too harshly for mistakes. Tragic hero. The world is brutal. Combat unforgiving. Few survive unscathed. Or walking lunch. For those who revel in misery. I'm gonna say music randomly cut out there. Got carved in stone, which is basically Iron Man from the looks of it. Let's go for adventure, standard difficulty for the tutorial. We can do crazy stuff like carved in stone walking lunch later, once I've gotten a few campaigns under my belt, I guess. Now, as soon as it feels like responding, this is a fantastic sign. I think maybe it's just I clicked it twice and so it's trying to do the same thing. Which, I mean, it's generating a map from a seed, so... Alright, so we've got our party selection. Future Warrior, Romantic Peacemaker, Gale. Future Hunter, Decisive Breedwagon, Lee. And Future Mystic, Romantic Breedwagon, and Mulway. I mean, could be nice to have more than, you know, a greater selection of, like, personality. Having a romantic peacemaker or decisive Greedwagon and a romantic Greedwagon. So let's re-roll Mulway Crow. Alright, so let's get Zigisha Dim, the aloof coward now. Right. Growing the land. It takes a bit of time to put all this together. Get ready. Right. We're in this book. Smoke by Douglas Austin. Then we've got character sheets. Much was made in Townwatch edge of Gale's potential, but when she looked in the mirror, she struggled to find what it was others saw. The caravan and of bankers recruited her for her talent in mending in coin boxes and cart axles. Unfortunately for the bankers, he who puts it together knows also how to pull it apart. She hungered for fame without knowing why. Got Zigisha Dim. As a girl in Townwatch, surrounded by more shapely women, Zigisha lacked the confidence to succeed at romance, so she focused on other things. She once took refuge in the home of an ancient huntress. Maniac twinkles at the woman's failing eyes as he told tales of exploring this uncharted country. Yes, she often ran from the past, but he found a weird and feigned justice facing death beside her friends. We've got Lee Sheplings, the decisive Greedwagon. Lee learned quite early that those who are first and always prosper. Those who were strongest tended to get what they wanted. He attached himself to an old, wealthy leopardess for a time, until the woman caught on to his game. He trusted it only in the speed of his own strength. This rule served him well. Oh, Hook Gritty, Hook Clown, and Hook Physical. So I guess those are the things that maybe went into his backstory. Right, this book. There's room in it for another story. It's cold, I'm stuck here. I don't think I'm making it tomorrow, am I? Right then I guess this must be the beginning. Here in our yondering country, something in the woods is very strange. Hopeful and happy to see a stormless sky, a young woman named Gale takes a seasonal road to the town of Townwatch. So old Gindon and wanted a cheese round. There's medicine people can use red clover, then have to remember to buy the hill folk their soap. And watch hill folks good for nobody. Breeze is light. Hey, that day. Hey, birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath. It's ready to leap in the sea. And they're all ready, huh? Here's the hard part, getting Lee out of the house. Wonder if his bread baking idea ever worked out, or his dice game, or if he bought that press, or... That's... smoke? Flying flame, he was roasted among the far-off rooftops. Gale hurries towards town, thinking of Lee, a young man whom she's known since girlhood. Alright, so we've got options. Gale can be like, watch me, Rain, he's fine. He must have tried to cook breakfast again. Or, I really can't leave him alone, can I? So you know what, let's actually... pick at random. See what we get. Ooh, we got plus romance. I really can't leave him alone, can I? Lee, don't breathe the smoke, I'm coming. Don't be dead. Ooh, constructing mission, just in a moment, I'll set up a board for you. Right, objectives. Yeah, objectives put out fires. Right, successful extinguishing there. Right, objectives are now open door. So I'm standing. It's alright. Breathe, Gale. Lee, are you hurt? Is there a reason the door's locked? Gale doesn't know. Why is no one unlocks it? He shows it open. Oh yeah, fire? I know, sorry, get inside quickly. Her bow. Yet there's things in the streets. You didn't see any? Like monsters. I don't know. I've got that one trapped behind the house. Sitting here isn't really an option. Right, so here I've got some tools around. We've always been, and I mean, strong, so I'm thinking together we can at least drive it off. Together. Right. So now, I guess we get to pick Gale's starting weapon. A pitchfork, a pickaxe, or a frying pan. I'd like to keep this creature at arm's length. If it breaks stones, it'll break bones. Or this is for cooking. Why'd I grab this? You know what? Let's go with the frying pan. In case we don't worry, Gabe. I'll be right here. Open the door when you're ready. Folk cards. Row. Oh, host thrown sloppily around beneath it. It runs staggering, bellowing its agony. Right. It's killed, so... So I didn't mean to move him right there. The story seems to indicate that Gale should be the one to head out first. Which I mean, she's the one with a melee weapon. And she's already been injured. Just immediately. Falling, reduced damage. Stand adjacent to an ally to wall with them. Walling reduces incoming damage by 1 and does not stack. Right, you know what, Lee? You stand right here and shoot. Dang, dead instantly. Alright, Gale has grown stronger. Warriors like Gale were built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They evolved powerful techniques for close combat. You got vigilance. Gale's heightened senses allow power to perform up to two new reaction strikes per turn. Broad swipes. Deals melee attacks deal 1 damage to all other foes within range. Or Blood Rage. Infuriated by wounds, Gale deals +1 damage for every 2 health she is missing. You know what, let's roll for it. And then we can just build on whatever we get. She has Blood Rage. And Lee hunters like Lee, he thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and peerless archery. They mess with their surroundings and bring down large quarry. Lee's getting piercing shot. Lee's range attacks have 1 pierce. And we also got Strap of Elimination. Very card into which you can tuck all manner of lucky charms. Which can be salvaged for +1 hide. Percentage damage, chance of the attacks will inflict additional damage and stunt effects. Ooh. You know, let's give whoever has the most no stunt chance. Oh, both of them have literally the same stunt chance. Let's like roll for it. Alright, so Lee is getting he's getting this +6 stunt chance. I just shot a monster. I hit it, didn't I? Did I hit it? Lie to me if you have to. Creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. I'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. Zigasha could be in trouble. Sorry, the timing's bad, but come on, let's keep our word. Zigasha? And she's at the ruined tower by now. Oh, anyway, what about my house? No one's going to steal your stuff. Zigasha will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Something about that tower was just stuck in. Something about that tower was just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. Is it really? Huh? Yeah. Anyway, I just think we should. We said we'd meet her where we should. The tower in the hills. You've been there? Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks that come and they go that direction. You follow the pounded path of monsters' feet, hoping for the best and draining every other possibility. So we can choose. We can choose either rivalry, just be breathing, okay, so we can all yell and go home, or friendship, let her be alive and unhurt. You know what? Right, friendship, if it is. So I rolled a 2. Wordless all passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. You've known Zigisha no longer than I have. She's pretty capable, I feel like. Oh. Yeah, Zigisha is sheepish sometimes, but she doesn't often disappoint me. Hey, you know? Weird things do tend to happen around her, but I'd say hey, she's probably up there now. Figuring things out. Right. In order to find insights in the wilderness, heroes must scout the land, which takes time. Click on an unscouted tile to show the scout action. And there's literally one action we can intake. In 5 days travel time, 12 days to complete winter or day 18. We don't really have any other options. Previous night, the tower where Zigisha had arranged to meet Galen Lee is a place she often used to escape to as a girl. She knows its rooms and floors so well, although she could survive being chased through them. And now I wait, I suppose. Dusk gets deep, but there's rain puddles in here. Alive is alive, though. Better not to be. Maybe if that beast breaks through. Beast? Rough. They're flirt. Ah, you're still here. The tower has outlived generations. The emptiness is deep and fragrant. The odor of 10,000 rains have soaked into stone. As the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. But book, why have I never... Blank. Easy there. I guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, huh, Beast? I'm also wondering if you should begin to pull it loose. It looks heavier than its slender spine suggests, and title drop, Wildermyth. Look at all this. It's full of strange stories of folklore of folk long forgotten. The Chained Girl gives no great insight. It's the uncomfortable story of a girl shackled to a rock by her parents who sends her spirit free, moving through the links of the chain that binds her. Coinclaw Bear and Aaron the Benstrom Fox? It's mostly a conversation between a miserly bear and a traveling fox. In the final sentence, the fox stamps Bear's soul with a coin and sends her around the world to hold on the current of exchange. The Town Watch Boy tells of a blight-skinned man who grew things so feelingly that they began to come true. And he drew circles and circles in a book and eventually fell through. Zigisha reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book. Something in it feels like it's coming loose, but you can't exactly tell what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Right then, I guess this must be the beginning. Here, in my yondering country, Zigisha writes, words are ready, omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and she's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings, they've crept through her body like the sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial, now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. From the wild black woods where birds once spelled, a hateful silence churns. and pain light hits Zigisha's head. Subsides. I made it to morning? She lowers her bleary eyes. The story lies before her in luminous script. Empty pages have spread behind it. Why do I feel powerful? Right, choose. She pulls the spoon from her pocket. Or, she slides a branch from the rubble. It's sturdy. It has a palm-loving twist. Let's go with the spoon. Open wide, beast. I'm getting out of here. Alright, so we've got our mission against the Raider. It charges without seeing, misshapen tusks swinging wildly. Use interfusion to kill from a distance. Alright, so we've got Splinter Blast, basic interfusion, 2 damage, 1 shred, 1 pierce. And Brazier, Steel Fire, air 4 magic, 8 damage, 4 range. On Bookshelf, Constrict, 2 damage, 6 range. Let's go for the one that will get us damage. Interfuse with an object, then use the object to attack. Some types of scenery give different effects and abilities. Many of the use the scenery to damage enemies. Right, so how am I... perhaps I'm supposed to interfuse with one of the items in the room. Yeah, then I can Splinter Blast. Interfuse with this bookshelf. Splinter Blast. Interfuse with... Interfuse with the torches. I think I've got to interfuse with the barrels, actually. Except it just walked away. Actually... interfuse with the book stand, I guess. You need a little bit more damage. Right. I think it should dim is now a Greenhorn Mystic. As a mystic, Zigisha has acquired the knack for interfusing her spear with earthly magics, earthly things, drawing on these bonds to enact formidable magics. She can become an earth scribe, advance interfusions, allies a wall with interfused objects. Stone grants extra armor, warding, and temp health. Active rock shield. Bone wall. Advanced interfusions does not burn. Fire does not burn out while interfused. Wood splinter salvo. And liquid infernal rain. Also got plant active vine wrench. 3. Upon infusing the tree, enter gray plane. Whatever that means. Active tree call. So we did, and so we did for the other two. Let's. I got a 1, so Earth Scribe. We got a Gravel Pelt Brooch, a gem in an ornate setting. Oh, Zigisha is the only one that can claim it, so more monsters from the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture. Zigisha moves quietly, sensing her way in the dark. Daylight lands on her his cool wind soothes her tired eyes. I'm still allowed to live? She closes the tower door, gentle to make no noise. That was the mystic's art that I did. Ed Right Tower? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? Is it just one of those things? Things a woman's born with, that might blossom in her life when she needs them. Only a story is supposed to work that way, and not for someone like me. Zigisha? I should plummet from the depths of this power, but safely, I suppose, and out of sight. Zigisha, you're alright there? You alright there? Hey Zigisha, something happened? Yeah, I forgot. You two were coming, I'm sorry. I just had the weirdest night and day. Hey, and y'all saved my life. We barely made it out here. Yeah, see that smoke on the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's Town Watch. It burned? Boo! Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've seen it, if ever seen anything quite like this. Monsters, sure we have. We slay monsters. Okay, well, I do magic. Right? Relation Assault Jorwell Splinter. Discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control though. Click on the banner to assault it. Alright, let's talk about how we get through this. Perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they came from, what group, other than attack the town of Town's Watch. Letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. Survival's a priority, but is it actually safer to be aggressive? Sure, well, right, we can go for courage or stoicism. Like in my head, this was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you. I just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off at least. Well, let's go with that one. Courage. All heroes knows +2 damage / potency, +3 +2 damage and potency for 3 turns. Full cards: Raccoon 1 in row 1. Which Gale is still injured. So, you know, let's have Lee go through the door. Or first, as much as he's a ranged character. I guess we can send Galen in front, since as much as she's injured, she's also our only melee, so... Alright, we have found the enemies. Ooh, and Lee just took some real bad damage. Silk Step? With an elusive step, Lee slips into Grey Plane. While in Grey Plane, he is hidden to enemies. His attacks ignore armor. Attack scenery, extinguish lamp, open door. You might as well just shoot. Oh, I can't shoot from right there. So why don't you do your weird Grey Plane thing? We'll take a shot. Just Scalding Rain. Deal a whole bunch of damage. Oh, and he's got the action economy to still kill the thing. Right. Gale, step into the room and Guardian. Right. Some scenery grants cover. Scenery that gives partial cover or good cover and provides protection to adjacent units. Attacks passing through the scenery have a chance of damage the scenery instead of the unit. I don't even see what scenery was providing cover there. Dang. One hit kill. Which means she got bonus damage from her blood rage. And so you have a throwing net. Once per combat, attempt to immobilize an opponent. And the individual hurls a throwing net. If it connects, it will pin the foe for 2 turns. I think I'll give it to Gale, as she's the only one that hasn't received anything yet. Last misshapen hand creature folds its bones and dies. Blue fluids darken the dust. Just blood, I suppose. Corrupted blood. Corrupted, it is a heady word. Hey, look at us. Let's look what we did. Yeah. Day drops, day rises. Dusk is sweet, the sunrise sweeter. It's not long before they've cleaned the old tower up a bit. Well, I thought there'd be any more shiny things around. The tower? Guess it's old. I always knew this morning would rise. When I'd gaze into the sky and see a destiny for myself, a destiny to inspire song. It's not waiting to be overrun. We're a company of heroes now. We'll walk the land, we'll fight. People need us. We'll give ourselves a name and make sure it's one they'll sing. Sounds like you've thought about this. Alright, so we get to choose a name for our band of heroes. We can go with Gale's idea of Arthjo's mares. Who Arthjo is, who knows? Well, how about the Dreamers of the Somber Scorpion? Or maybe Fox's Order? You know, I'm gonna go with Fox's Order because it's the one that seems to be, that's like, you know, fairly simple and doesn't reference something that seems like and doesn't clearly reference some, like, obscure part of this world's lore that I have no idea about. Like, Dreamers of the Somber Scorpion, or Arthjo's mares. Like, who's Arthjo? For that, the 3 of them were inseparable. Rumors are rampant. Heroes are needed. The world will be flooded in sorrows, but its defenders are joined by fire that night. Here fall the tales of Fox's order. Be remembered. Ooh, calamities. Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. New cards added to the Gorgon deck. The deck is more dangerous now. Ah, so it's... So it's Gorgon in... Like, is it Gorgon in the Greek mythology sense, or... I guess so. Because, like, we've yet to actually see any kind of... like, actual, like, you know, woman with snake hair. It looks like we've also got Deepus with the Woken and Woken Slinger. Gravin with Dart and Stump. And Morthagi with Spectic and Sommelier. Clear all hostile sites and scout Orchard's Vigil. Get legacy points by taking new sites. Use one legacy points to do the following things: recruit heroes, build new stations, and cancel calamities. Once a site is free of enemy control, you can spend some time to secure it. Secured sites provide resources now at the end of each chapter, which you can use to craft gear at a town or between chapters. Well, let's secure it then. Let's make a full search, be sure we don't leave anything valuable, because he is a greed wagon. Secure Jorwell Splinter. This site can provide resources now and at the end of each chapter. Spend resources to upgrade hero weapons and armor. So we can investigate thoroughly, catalog everything, or burn what's not useful, get it ship shape. Let's go for the one that will find us an item. Well, it apparently takes multiple days. But hey, it also gives the injured time to recover from wounds. Thorough delving through the mysteries of Jorwell Splinter has proven rewarding. Playing to satisfy the curious, chance to rest their bones too, which was nice. Jorwell Splinter will return to the hands of the common folk, while they tended, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter, including hides, ingots, and spell threads. We also found a Ring of Cunning, which increases melee and ranged accuracy. Which ranged accuracy includes interfusion abilities. Right. Everybody's got at least one thing. So let's see. Lee has 105 range accuracy. Zigasha has 104 range accuracy. I think Zigasha could get it. Since her accuracy with her attacks is the lowest out of the three of them. Right. So now we can head off into the wilderness, in the Vixen Wild, the Foggy Cur Hills, or the Frog Lanes. Pine Forest, Foothills, and Pine Forest. You can also recruit someone at Town Watch And we also need to, what was supposed to be clearing all hostile sites and scouting Orchard's Vigil. Right, that's where Orchard's Vigil is. So I guess let's head that way. We might as well... let's recruit somebody and then head on into the Vixen Wilds. We have Crane, being the political peacemaker. You're back. Heck, I saw you leave a while ago. Well, it's just those were fine Gorgons now, apparently, and 3 seemed like an awfully small number to do that with. 4 seems at least a little better. Are you interested? I'm glad to hear you say that. I was helping Isla now repair the last of the carts, and it struck me that there's no reason those things might not come back tomorrow. No reason other than us. Exactly. I don't want anyone else to have to worry at night. So you're in? Then I am. What sorts of skills do you need the most? We get to choose whether he's a warrior, a hunter, or a mystic. I mean, honestly, looking at him, he seems kind of mysticky, so let's go with that. Then... Okay, we gotta wait. Doesn't do it automatically. Right. Ooh, Crane has a different selection. He can go for Ignite. Crane pulls motes of heat out of the air. Air gathers them into a single point, creating an interfused blade. He's on a tile with debris. Indignant, and Crane's presence is charged against his foes, dealing 1 damage to hostile creatures who enter adjacency with him for any reason. In compulsion, Crane briefly interfuses with an enemy and forces it to move where he pleases. You know, let's go with Indignance. That sounds like a useful ability to have. Just area of effect. Like pain as soon as something comes into adjacency with them. Let's scout out the Vixen Wilds. Vixen Wild has been revealed. So you know what Hind works. So if you know wind works, a breeze rolls through the treetops. Cough. I said that wherever I stand, smoke follows. Of the wilderness, campfire always picks a chosen one. So the wind keeps up anything Damascus approaches is welcome. Cough. Oh, we've got one of these guys. Zip. They're what, spying on us now? After it, hurry. Say there, we don't have our gear ready or a plan, or we'll lose the deepest if we don't. We'll lose the deepest if we don't move now. And then it gets to blab to its friends about us. I'm gonna say we should at least prepare. The footfall, and stamping breath that should fade away. Now they're going to know we're coming at best. At least we're coming with our heads shaken at, and our weapons pointed straight. As they approach Windworks, the wind gives way to the slosh of heavy, cavernous breaths. Combat and modifiers. Anticipation. All doors begin combat open. In stoicism, all heroes get heroes +1 in armor or / warding. Yep. Woken Slinger. You've got Woken Slinger and 2 Woken Fighters. Loading a sling and swinging it around, panic rises in a slack neck face until the stone flies. A shuffling walk. Gummy grunting mouth, heavy sword not held firm. Alright, Crane. Newbie goes in first. Alright, you interfuse with these mushrooms. Then wait. We'll send in Gale out in front. Then she's our melee. Back you up with Zigisha. And Gale will be backed up by Lee. Well, Gale has taken significant damage, but she also managed to... Blood Rage gave her a one-hit kill. Easily. Oh, and apparently indignation triggers when you pass by enemies as well. Dang, Blood Rage is good. Like, Gale is just one-hit KOing enemies all over the place. Now, how you interfuse with this shrine? You can bone lance it. That slinger. It looks like only one mystic can interfuse with anything, any one thing at a time, so... Looks like it's up to you, Crane. Finish it off with a bone lance. And it's down. Wolfart Ring. I mean, since Gale's a frontliner and her ability is dependent on her best ability seems to be dependent on her being injured but also being able to survive injuries. Let's give her the thing that increases hit points. We accomplished something significant here. We made a statement. We should name this place. You mean Windworks? Well, sure, that's the overall place, but what about a specific clearing or cliff? You think they have names? There are all kinds of candidates for honoring a good fight. Anyway, a little commemoration never went amiss. The top of a nearby mound of stone seemed to fit Lee's vision. It's the most majestic place these are going to find without not having walked much more. Summit of the righteous, I think. Not over the top, but we don't want to undersell ourselves either. You have an official process for this? One makes one's own. After all, who's going to tell me otherwise? He said, "He lit a tiny fire on the crag as the sun stretched out, building small piles and saying a few words. Gil wondered if he was just in it for the sense of self-importance. When he came back down, something did feel different. The company took a moment to admire the newly dubbed Summit of the Righteous on their way out, then continued on, hiding small smiles from Lee. Her enemies improve their strategies after every fight. The Woken has gained extra armor. So we have to go through a mountain range. So we have to carve a path through these mountains so we can reach the other side. It's a good commitment, but I think it'll bring us goodwill. Goodwill can buy you a lot, not in times of need. Right. Pass allows heroes to cross those mountain ranges. Passes take time to carve. Well, let's get started. 75 days remaining. Infested tiles are unsafe. Infestations increase the strength of the source threat. An ambush groups of two or more heroes, one heroes, over time will spread and turn into an incursion. You can clear infestations by taking out the source or by sending a group of heroes to patrol the site. I mean, everything seems to be fine so far. Oh, wait, we haven't secured, Windworks, but hope that nothing bad happens during these 75 days. Zigisha and Lee are confidants. Your enemies advance their plans over time. The Draven gain extra armor. There's a new Morthagi corrupt path. This monster is now stronger, leaves a trail of corrupted ground behind when it moves. Deepest horn children. So this movement at the end of turn, Gorgons and corrupted tiles gain temp health. Non-Gorgons take damage. I think I'll cancel that one. But let the others be. Alright, passageway open. Let's actually first secure Windworks. Windworks will be forever scarred by violence, but life is about enduring, and this place endures. And we'll go through it completely. Research complete. Thorough delving into the mysteries of Windworks has proven rewarding. Please, let's not fight over who gets this item. Windworks will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. 2 fabrics and one spell thread. You've got a Wilder talisman. An ancient charm to hang around your waist. It's a hit point item, so Gale gets it, I guess. We now have access to West Day Forest. So we can go and scout Orchard's Vigil. Oh, and hey, Crane has become friends with Gale and Lee. Nice. And Lee and Gale are sweethearts. Wait. Like the sulfur. Oh, we must achieve our other objectives first. Okay. Guess we're going back this way then. Because we're not allowed to do that just yet for some reason. If I had to guess, it's probably where like the boss is, and the game doesn't want me to sequence break. Well, the farthest outreach is just Foggy Cur Hills. I'll just do one last sweep over the edge there and call it good. I think we've seen just about everything there is to see in this area. Who goes there? Who goes there? I'm armed. Show yourself. Show yourself. So we've got Gale and Gale. What the blazes? What the blazes? That's not funny, stop it. That's not funny, stop it. Who are you? What are you? Who am I? I'm Gale. But I'm Gale. I'm Gale Mountain of Townwatch. No, I'm Gale Mountain of Townwatch. You're some sort of changeling. I remember my childhood, always in trouble for something. It was an okay life. I had this book all full of interesting facts. That was my book of facts. How could you know about that? What were you doing here? I was on patrol. I was just doing one last sweep. Maybe I was about to call it good. You have my memories, you know my thoughts. It's like there are two of me. Alright, so we've got the options of, if you're really me, then maybe we can talk this out. I need to get away from this thing now, or I need to destroy it. Yeah, let's find out how this goes. Okay then, Gale of Townwatch, let's take this nice and easy, huh? See, I'm putting my weapons away. Your weapons, but those are my weapons. How did you get my weapons? They're our weapons, I suppose. You are me, or I'm you, maybe both. We don't look the same. We don't just look the same. We have the same memories. I remember the same childhood, getting in trouble, the book of facts. And an old soldier once, crazy with a wooden leg. What was his name? Old Trina? Ha! Her name was Old Trina. Nice try, but I don't think you can trick me. You have my memories, you know my thoughts. It's like there are two of me. If you're me, then maybe we can talk this out. I need to get away from this thing now. We need to destroy. Okay, Gale of Townwatch, let's be friends. My thoughts exactly. I guess that shouldn't surprise me. So now that there's two of us, what do we do about it? I don't know. I'm not sure where we can both go back to the others. Good point. That might get a little confusing. Yeah, Lee in particular might find it awkward. You know what I have secretly always wanted to do? Of course I do. I would start a sanctuary, a place of healing and succor for the sake of the injured and the displaced. I can't leave the company. I'm needed here. With two of us, one could stay with the group, while the other dedicates herself to helping those in need. It's perfect. But who does which? Draw lots? There you are, Gale. And we were getting worried. Yeah, we thought you might have gotten lost. Quite the contrary. I think you could say I found myself. The entire thing was just... I feel like the entire thing was just the lead up to that joke. We've got a river. Or we can just cross from this bridge over in Wardenonia. So let's go there. I guess it might be quicker. Right, we have found a hardy monk library in the Froglands, which is lurking gorgons. Strength of 4, +1 from infested tiles. So we might as well... So I noticed that Higisha's been gone for a while. Any clues why? Maybe he overshot some, or she did, or she did. Should we backtrack a bit? This peddler may know. Oh, peddler woman. Then who? Excuse us, peddler woman. We're wondering if you've seen a lady pass this way. She'd be kind of mystical looking. Well, first, I'm not selling anything. Then, could have been any time over the past couple days. He's where you're coming from. Small village near how we used to call Hardy Monk Library. It's not Hardy Monk Library. There's where she was headed. You're giving it a look, but you never saw her? Sorry, but no. Oh, listen. Folks have been disappearing back there. I don't know what's got into them. It's not safe. I've packed my things and I'm heading out. Now, your friend, well, I hope you find her. The woman in her cart roll along. Ominous woman. Imagine packing your life up like that. In any case, I guess we'd better pick up the pace. Anything? No, you? There was a little village, but I doubt they all packed up and left. From a gully among the rocks rises a brief gust of voices. Hear that? Come, Great One, and Great One, come. Oh, there's Zigisha. Great One, come, Great One, come, Great One. Does this normally work for you? Hush up, you. Yeah, hush. Come, Great One, we've brought you a gift. Spare us. Zigisha? The urgent cry is an amber torchlight are easy to follow in an otherwise still night. This cage is makeshift but sturdy. This is a sacrifice, isn't it? Now if we stop it. Alright, so we've got the options of attempt to reason with them, or we'll scatter the rabble. I mean, since it's Lee making this plan, I'm gonna go with we'll scatter this rabble, since turn one full, we'll see that that's my friend, and you've caged up. The lady owes me money. I can't let her die yet. Not one step closer. The Great One demands sacrifice. All our lives are at stake. Wrong. I think it's just yours. From within the cave, a blue glow grows, and the hungry howl echoes. Yet now it's too late. We can only. You hope it will hate itself on you. So now we're fighting the Great One. Flame crackling from its back seemed to whisper battling words. An awful hunger lights its bottomless gaze. And township tyrants. The posse in charge of the sacrifices is the little township, ordinary folks. It's Lee's just gonna... Yeah, at least gonna just start off by shooting someone. See... Interfuse with... Rock's discus. A stone disc launches at enemy or scenery and then ricochets to another nearby enemy, dealing half damage to the second target. Ooh. That's very good. Oh, there goes one down. Then go up to here. Ooh. It is worse than Gale had braced for. She struggles to stay up. I've let them down. Everything goes slow and dim. Either better back off next time, maybe. Gale loses 2 health for the remainder of this game. Won't go down without a fight, though. No, Gale dies. He'll 10 damage. I may not make it, but the others will. Gale dies, plus 3 armor all. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards either the 10 damage or just she backs off with an injury. So, you know, let's roll for it. I completely botched the command. Alright, she's backing off with an injury. For the day, perhaps it can be patient. Not broken, but perhaps a little bent. Gale slips away. This does mean that these two will have to fight the remainder without her. Interfuse with these mushrooms. Just wild grass. And here comes the Great One. Guess we might as well start attacking the Great One. Oh, flare was apparently just like a burst. Firewall. Right, first things first, get out of the fire. And then try and deal with the enemies. Right, Fire Lash. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish that guy off. Yep, 1 damage. Multiple times. Aims at that. Oh, Lee! No! Lee collapsed. The battle has taken its toll. I have to fall back. I'll fight another day, or I'll give my life to protect my friends. You know, let's roll for it. Alright, Lee's also falling back. Oh, Crane's got this. Lee begrudgingly retreats to stew in the shadows. It's up to you, dude. Interfuse. Fire Lash. Accomplished absolutely nothing. Fantastic. His left leg destroyed, his spirit threadbare. Crane offers up a desperate request to the battle gods. If I was ever going to ask them for a favor now would be the time. You can keep the leg, just let's get me out of here. Can't make it far, but if I could just get a friendly shadow. Sure enough, the shadow those pull Crane in, hiding him until the battle's over. Despite your sacrifices, the battle at Hardy Merc Library ended in defeat. Heroes can be maimed once per chapter. If they fall in battle second time, they will die. However, we do seemingly have retrieved Zigisha. So I guess she can just regroup. Move over here. Let's let everybody rest for a bit. Probably should have read through those. Oh, actually, they weren't even waiting for her here. They were waiting way over here. They're in Town Watch. Well, if I can just get her to travel to Town Watch. Oh, okay. Yep, Crane and Hogroth has returned to the action. And Gale Mountain has returned to the action. Alright, so everybody doing alright, relatively. I mean, Crane lost a leg. Which did have a content warning for dismemberment, so... Let's see... See if we can craft or upgrade anything. And we've got 1 hide, 2 fabrics, 2 spell threads, 3 legacy points, and 1 ingot. It's like we could upgrade like mystic armor. We don't have the resources for... Oh, we can upgrade Gale's armor. By trading one legacy point for it. Since we don't have all the items needed. Yeah, to upgrade armor, normally we need hides. There's also options for wands, we don't have... We don't have enough spell threads and have no heartwoods. No heartwoods for that, and no heartwood for the mountain crusher. You know, let's maybe upgrade Gale's armor. Am I not able to queue or anything? It was an important resource on the overland. Enemy calamity cart draws incursions and infestations happen over time, making your heroes stronger, while making your foes stronger. Generally, you don't want to let any of your heroes idle. If you have heroes assigned tasks, consider using them to scout other tiles, build defenses on tiles, secure cleared sites, or build bridges on mountain passes. Right, so you know what, let's... Well, I mean... Gil just spent for brawl guards, so let's actually swap these two around. And basically... Oh, it's 3 now because we don't have all the stuff. In fact, we have less of the stuff than we originally had. We could get Zigisha a wand. Or... Yeah, it's pretty much a wand or a mace for... He's at this point. So, you know, let's get Crane at... in a wand. Crane goes over there. You know, he deserves something in return for losing his leg in one of his very first battles. Getting these pieces back in the hands of the people who tend them. That's our real work. Let's secure Hardy Monk Library. And look for an item. Right, Stone Doom crafted for Crane. So Crane can rejoin the group. Say, continue researching. Right, research complete. Site safe and knowledge gained. Something for a bit more, honestly. Right, it provides 3 spell threads per chapter. And you got Iron Leaf Spelt. Here's Fletch. A wand. So... Zigisha's getting herself a wand as well. Plus 1 warding and plus 2 spell damage. Equal to attacks in your action melee strike. Oh, and you've got the Stormflint strap. Potency. Damage added to interfusion attacks also factored into some abilities. Lee already has Strap of Elimination. Let's... You know what? We already gave Zigisha something this time around. Let's give Crane this thing. Plus, I imagine that might... He'd make his his indignation and ability, he better. And I might as well start scouting out the next area. And Wooden Fern Ring. Still Hill has been revealed. It's got lurking gorgons. Let's hope that it ends a bit better than the Great One did. Ridge of limestone wraps the edge of Wooden Fern Ring. Find a way in from this direction, and then you'd have high ground. You'd have surprise. I don't know. It looks impassable. That's what I thought about how you at first too. Taught me a lesson. After a few dead ends and false hopes, finally a promising channel in the stone stretches out in the right direction. Told ya. Seems sturdy enough. Slow steps make steady progress. The stone's leaning close, peering over each other's shoulders. Doing okay back there, Gale? Kinda tight here. Not all of us are made of wet noodles and silk. Some of us have got warrior's hips. Hey, perfect. Here we are. At first, I was talking about our hips. But no. Just saying, here we are. Couldn't ask for a better spot to emerge. Just one last squeeze and it's a straight shot out to Wooden Fern Ring. I mean, it could ask for a slightly better spot to emerge. Maybe one that was a little bigger. You got this, you're a panther, If anyone asks, tell them I went down honorably. Push through 50%. You'll go, I'll find an easier way. Let's stick with Gale. We can go back around. I want to see what happens if you just try and push through. Maybe it could blast the... Please don't. Finally, Gale's impatience with the whole situation grows strong enough to wrench her free. Rip. That sounded bad. Wasn't a ligament or anything, was it? Think they could have heard a bit more. Armor's all scraped up though. This will require tools. Think it'll stop an angry hoof? We'll find out. Stay close maybe, just in case. And the armor they just finished making. Ranger 1, and Raccoon 1, Row 1, and Row 1. So the Raccoon has +1 damage and leaves a trail of corrupted ground when it moves. That's not great. Right, Gale. Go on ahead since you're the melee. So the casters and ranged folks in this way. Yep, here's the Raccoon. Well, so far, everything's been blocked. Gale can just... And it was blocked. Flanking, 100% hit chance. Flanking enemy with an attack 90 degrees or more from a previous attack that turn. I'll let It's a good amount of damage. I interfuse with this rock. And discus. Finish that one off. Or not. Wait, interfuse with mystical trunk. And splinter blast. Like could have gone for two of them, but we've also hit Lee, so our gal is taking damage, but she's also at 2 out of 7 health. So at least she's gonna be able to just smash through these enemies. Interfuse with mossy stone. Oh, guess Crane will wait, and Gale's down again. This isn't supposed to happen. Gale collapses. It's only there's something wrapping itself around Lee's heart. Ooh, they can turn it into anger, or turn it into a shield. Now, Lee seems like the type to get angry when his lover goes down. Lee sees something stronger than himself. Scale goes down. Interfuse with that. Splinter blasted. That's a raccoon, but it dodged. Shoot the raccoon. If you hit, you have a chance of just outright killing it, but it dodged that as well. Alright, interfuse with the stone. Discus, but it's out of range, I guess. Come on. Dang it. At least his armor got shredded. And it put itself in range of discus. It's a shame Gale's dead. At least I think. Yeah, because she got maimed once, so we have the Sash of Divinity. Which provides warding against an incoming magical attack. You know what? Crane can get that for scoring the final hit. The days after the battle, he would drop behind the others occasionally. I'll put you in a mountain, Gale. You know, you'd carve your virtues all up and down the sides, inlay with gold. Everyone would know who rested there, and people would come from the farthest villages to see it for themselves. But there isn't gold enough, carver skilled enough, or mountain tall enough in the yondering lands to do you justice. This very somber scene has been butchered by me stumbling over my own words. Hurts momentarily. So now the Bogmore added to the deck. Fitting that he would, you know, pick a mountain to dedicate to Gale Mountain. Gale Mountain fell all in battle at Stillhill. What a waste. What is best? We can either go for she'll construct a tomb to commemorate her story, or let's bury her quietly near her family. Gale Mountain will be forgotten. Right? Guess, I mean, he clearly wants to build a tomb, so let's build a tomb. Gale deserves to be remembered. Yep, now we have Pyre of Gale. Interesting that it's going to be a two-person job as opposed to 3 being able to participate. Now let's go for Lee and Zigasha build it while Crane just secures Woodfern ring by himself. In places of strife, ghosts may linger. Investigate thoroughly. Incursion. Gorgons in great number moved to attack the lands, driving peaceful folks moves before them, leveling homes and hollowed places. Your enemies will travel from tile to tile, attacking and destroying sites until they are defeated by heroes in combat, or repelled by defenses you've built. The numbers will wear down. When this incursion size reaches 0, the enemy will dissipate and the incursion will be over. Well, that's not great. Raging Gorgons, incursion size 4, strength 7. Right. Gale's tomb has been completed. So I suppose we'll probably want to try and head off this incursion. Unfortunately, we can't get there any faster than this because we don't have a bridge. So, let's maybe go towards town of Townwatch. And Crane is just gonna have to abandon his work for now. Well, he is also gonna have to play a few days of catch up. Alright, so you do have the legacy points to recruit somebody. So you might want to the incursion will be there in 14 days, so I imagine it'll probably be like... Yeah, we can... Alright, so we've got Zamil, the romantic coward. It didn't take long to track back to Townwatch, but the town still seemed like the best bet for finding another able pair of hands. And is it... Wait! It's you from the heroes? Right, anyway, I was hoping you'd come back. Everything alright? Oh, everything's fine, and that's just, that's it. It's been quiet in Townwatch so far. I heard those things you said. That talk of monsters and terror, and how it's bearing down on our very civilization. You know, the main plot. And stuck with me. More than I would have thought. Is that how we put it? Then possibly forming a company of heroes can get everyone a little fired up. You're right though. Though sitting at home waiting to be devoured or corrupted or some such didn't sound like such a solid idea anymore. Well, we could use another fighter on our side if you're up for it. Oh, fantastic! I'm glad you offered. I don't know if I'd have gotten up the nerve to ask you myself. Far be it from us to turn you down then. Guess we could use a new warrior. And see. I don't really care about the new cards in the more thuggy and deepest decks just yet. Something maybe we cancel the raccoon extra health thing. The raccoons have gotten enough already. Oh, guess we're... Alright, Zamil's ready. She can get Backslam, Stalwart, or Vigilance. As a swift action, in every other turn, Zamil knocks an enemy up to 3 tiles away, dealing 1 damage. 1 damage for each armor Zamil has. She's not Zamil, she's Zanil. Zanil Cornpire. As a swift action, Zanil can enable disable Stalwart, which grants +3 armor and warding, but reduces her speed by a half. Or Vigilance, Zanil's heightened senses allow her to perform up to 2 reaction strikes per turn. Let's go for that one. Then... What do you mean no party members can reach this threat right now? I guess we have to gather there? Spend 9 days? And defend Windworks. All heroes on this tile will help defend against the pillaging Gorgons. You have plenty of heroes here, so only 3 farmers will join the fight. The Gorgons have come, hisses and roars and trampling feet. The earth almost bubbles, it quakes. How should the defenders respond? The mighty Redfoot, as they stand beside us like warriors. Charge into battle, take the fight to them, use our knowledge of the land, hurry their approach. Or stay hidden until the last moment, fight with cunning. Well, I'm assuming that the percentage is the rate of success, so let's charge into battle, I guess. See opportunity as the opposing numbers become obvious, the cry for courage dies in their throats. This could be the last battle they fight. The little militia quivers around them. Dismay. All foes +1 temporary hit point. Foe cards. Rager 1, Raccoon 1, Row 1, Bogmore 1, and Bogmore 1, each with +1 armor from the recent calamity, and a Rager. So we've got a lot of enemies. But we also have, some friends. And as an addition, let's Crane can interfuse and discus. Dead instantly. Don't even have to deal with that raccoon. Alright, so let's see. You can probably go over here. But he doesn't have enough movement to attack. Catch that in the Splinter Blast at least. One armor shredded. Zanil. And Zanil can move over here. You know, these two farmers will... the farmers will just guard our mystics. Seem to be some of our best fighters in this. Particularly since they can attack from such a great range. Interfuse with... There's nothing to interfuse with over there. Guess interfuse with the barricade? But then I can't even... I can... Yep, I understand the risk. And it got blocked on both sides. Alright, Neil, you're up. Ooh. Nice 4 damage. Right, interfuse. Crane is far away from literally all of the action. So that he can bring his bodyguards with him. You know, Macbell, you head over here as well. Noxious Tongue. Don't know what that does, but it got dodged. Oh, Macbell is dead. R.I.P. Macbell. Macbell, we knew you for literally the duration of like 3 turns. I can at least take that down with 4 damage. And Crane is having to make his way slowly and steadily over here because he started out on pretty much like the complete other side of the map from where the majority of the enemies are. Okay, Splinter Blast is useless from here. Fantastic. To interfuse with something else. Maybe these barrels will work. No. Wait, maybe? Like maybe try withdrawing from tree, because I think the game might be getting confused. Oh good. At least Lee blocked that Yeah, at least Lee isn't taking any damage so far. Right. Crane is still far away from literally anything. So his squad of farmers is gonna have to continue just walking steadily. Towards the action. Right. Now at least there's something to Splinter Blast here. Oh, there goes Lee. Lee? Zigisha had seen Lee sidestep death before, but this time something was different. Listen, just keep yourself safe, or you still need to win this. If I didn't die for victory, I'll be annoyed. Oh, there goes Lee. Zanil's also getting close to being downed. Oh, there goes Zigisha. Left leg destroyed, her spirit threadbare. Zigisha offers up as a request of the battle gods. Can you keep the leg? Just let me out of here. Give me one last good shot. Or protect my friends when I no longer can. You know what? Zigisha, I think I'm gonna say Zigisha deals 10 damage. Zigisha says her John, readies her wand. Puts the battle god's blow. No guiding wind behind her. Ah. 13 damage to take out. Well, one thing. You know, that's the end of like half the party, so in fact literally every character we started with is dead now. Crane dies, and which at most maybe she'll probably pretty much have to have our warrior be maimed if she goes down, because the alternative is every party member is dead. Yeah, I think just to make, because like, you know, if Crane goes down, then we might have potentially lost literally every party member. I can't make it far, but if we could just get a friendly shadow. Sure enough, the shadows pulls Anil in, hiding her until the battle's over. So at least Anil survives. The character we have literally no like connection to at all, because she hasn't done anything yet other than being involved in this one particular fight. It interferes with the wall, discus. Well, at least the Ragers are focusing their attacks on farmers. You know, the relatively expendable people. Right, discus. That one's down. And sadly, it looks like... Oh, and they pulled Crane in. Crane falls into the ground, concerned hope, but head on his face for a second or two, and then both fade. Time stops, and then it starts again. What was that supposed to mean? Despite your sacrifices, the battle at North Bend ended in defeat. Save files are plentiful. Wildermyth saves the progress of the chapter start, the end of each mission, and after each combat when you return to the overland, as well as some plot-specific saves. 2 of each of these types of save are stored at any given time. We encourage trying to push through bad outcomes, but if you've reached a point where defeat seems inevitable, remember you can always reload from the chapter start save. Well, I mean, we're down to just the Neil, so that's not great. And we're down to just the Neil with an incursion of pillaging Gorgons heading towards Town's Watch. Yep. Well, at least Town's Watch has a new recruit available. But the Gorgons have also arrived at Town's Watch. So they're just gonna pillage it. Oh, and we don't have any legacy points, so... Green Hargroth felt Ellen Ballot of Vixen Wild. What a waste. What is best? Yeah, build a tomb, I guess. Serves to be remembered. These sheplings fell in battle at Vixen Wild. What a waste. What is best? Yep, everybody died. And so now we have projects to build tombs for literally everyone. The Gorgons have ruined Town's Watch, so... Guess... Zanil will go off and... build some tombs for a bit, because that's the only way we really have to gain any legacy points. Oh, and see, Gorgon Geist. You don't really need the Gorgons becoming stronger right now. Tomb dedicated. And finally, Lee's tomb. Lee's Oblivion. Hardy Merc Library has been ruined. We've got Pyre of Gale, Crane's Tomb, Grave of Zigisha, and Lee's Oblivion. Right, so... Oh wait. We haven't finished Lee's tomb yet. Right. I guess we're traveling back to Town's Watch. It's been 65 days trying to rebuild. Man, am I glad that I didn't go for a higher difficulty. Right, Town's Watch completely rebuilt. After a great deal of toil, Town Watch is mostly staying again. The townsfolk have suffered, but they're used to rebuilding. These people are braver than we give them credit for. Now you have a recruitment opportunity. The Rathalin, romantic loner. Small company, cost -1. Watching for trouble? Got plenty of that already, just watching. You ever feel like you're born in the wrong place? You look around into the lives of your friends and you seem happy, and you can't, and for the life of you understand, they seem happy and you can't understand, and for the life of you understand why. You hold the family shovel, the loom, the cooking pot, but none of them seem to come alive for you. My sword came alive for me. Connected me with something bigger than myself. No matter how many beings I take, I'll be forever grateful for that. That sounds wonderful. You think I could find a place in that world? I think you've got the spark. We can give you a run. We can give you a rundown of the basics and see where it goes from there. So we can train her as a warrior, a hunter, or a mystic. Well, let's train her as a hunter so we can start just getting to the point of having at least one of every class again. Right, I'm going to pass on having Gorgons get extra damage, having Ragers get extra damage, and Raccoon 2 being a thing. There's another incursion coming. Recruit prepared. Can gain through shots. Jump jaw or crippling strikes. I'm gonna go with through shot. It's probably not a good idea to stick around here. Let's try and rebuild the Jorwell Splinter. Right, Town Watch has another recruit available. Also, we can head back there and get ourselves a mystic. Jorwell Splinter has been made habitable once again. Right. We have Nelidia, the romantic hothead. In Town Watch, Rathalin found a fiery-hearted young woman named Nelidia who showed promise. If Fox's order could channel that fire against Gorgons, Nelidia could be a priceless asset. She's going to be a mystic. Hopefully can get this done before the pillaging Gorgons come to attack. Right, Nalia's ready for adventure. You gain soul splitting. When Nalia takes damage for each infused object, 1 point is prevented, and the object takes 2 damage instead. Spirit Blade. When allies stand directly adjacent to an interfused object, they gain +1 damage. Interfused blazes can be used to grant nearby allies fiery attacks. And Mythweaver. Advanced interfusions. +1 potency per interfused statue. New 50% chance Mystic Reflex takes damage while interfused. Use an active lore dump and to upgrade Greater Constrict. So you know what? I think Garb, so interfuse, so guess it has to be interfused with a Garb. You know what? I'm gonna go Spirit Blade. You know, that +2 damage when next to an interfused object seems good. Oh, it's an incursion size 2, so maybe we can actually take this one. The Gorgons have come, hisses and roars and trampling feet. The earth almost bubbles, it quakes. How should the defenders respond? Get it done with a big meal, right? You can charge into battle, take the fight to them. Use our knowledge of the land, harry their approach, or stay hidden until the last moment, fight with cunning. Oh, it's got a 69% chance of success. Unfortunately, disguising their paltry force becomes a clumsy mix of cross intentions. Really? I picked the one with the highest chance of success? And it fails? Disorder reigns and say hurry to take their positions. All heroes, Walling provides no armor this combat. Fantastic. We still have Rager 1, Row 1, Raccoon 1, and 2 Bogmores, so... But we do have the assistance of 4 farmers. Right, so, gonna get Rathlin in position here. 2 damage. Probably could have. Oh, and we've got another Gale. You know, Gale Half, the 38-year-old farmer. Did not mean to move Gale over that way, but guess that's a thing that happens. You know what? Darrow's just gonna walk right up to this thing. But he runs out of energy before he can attack, so... Oh, and that's not something that you can interfuse with. Dinfin's also just gonna walk on out. Well, Makora lasted all of like 5 seconds. As did Darrow. Right. Dinfin. Ooh, 3 damage. Damage there. To get a nice flank. Another 3 damage. Interfuse. The campfire. And boom. Nice big hit. How about you move here a little bit? You can maybe take that out, and is down. Dodged. There goes Dinfin. So it's just Gale 2 and our new set of heroes. Right. Interfuse with the cooking pot. And shackle. Move over here. Third shot. Then Tamil. Just trying to take this thing down. Ah, dang it. Dang it, less useful Gale. Alright, that one is down. Probably leave that thing to Lydia. She can interfuse with the cart. Ooh, she can Splinter Blast to take that one down and get some damage in on the Bogmore. So we might actually win this one. We even have a farmer left. Farmer's about to... Farmer just dealt 5 damage. It just started killing blow on... on a Bogmore. Third shot. Boom. It's Anil. Walk over there. Lydia can walk over there. And Raccoon is down. So we actually won. There also is a calamity that now the Gorgon, now the Rager gets extra health. We can't cancel it because we don't have the legacy. Oh, we can't cancel it because it's you know, originating from a victory in battle. Hey, at least a Fox's Order has come back from the brink. So now we can head over. Now we can spend some time traveling. To finish this job over here. Alright, no Raccoon 2, no gain extra damage, and no Geist 1. Granted, that took all of my legacy points, but hey. So I'll have to gain some new legacy points. Heartwood's 3. The Wilder Ring. Oh. Zamil can have that. So she's in the greatest danger being our main melee person. Well, alright, so where's this one remaining hostile site? We just gather here. Is there anything over this way? No? There's mountains here. We gather at Foggy Cur Hills. Because there's apparently at least one more hostile site, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Do we just gather over here? Like, we're gathering over in this area? Guess another place we can go to? No? Do we maybe need to repair Hardy Monk Library? If we have time. Mount Hades, Neil and Evelyn have become confidants. Alright, repair site completed. It's like, how do I progress? Do we need to build another pass through the mountain range? Oh, and Row 2 and Geist are now, at least one are now a thing. And there's gonna be another incursion zone. There's not gonna be much I can do about that. Yep, incursion. Nope, the land pass is just taking us in. It's just a route there. Like, we've been to Windfern Ring, we've been to the Froglands, we've been to Foggy Cur Hills, we've been to Wardenonia, we've been to Town Watch plenty of times, we've been to the Vixen Wild. Pretty much everybody died there. It's like, how do I do the thing? Like, how do I clear the hostile sites? Because apparently there's still more somewhere. Oh, it's way up here. You know, let's try and prepare some defenses. Over in Town Watch, see what we can manage. Give it some measure of protection. You can see incoming Gorgons. Can't cancel any of this shit. Right, Pillaging Gorgons have arrived. Hey, it's incursion size 3 and we have fortifications. Tier 2 defenses will hold off incursions and make fighting against them easier. 25% chance defenses to withstand an attack. So while we're here, let's defend the town. How should the defenders respond? Heroes rise when the day is darkest. Alright, let's try again with the stay hidden tactic. Concealed amid their surroundings, they elude the frustrated eyes of their enemy. Using the moment to strike is up to them. Wait for it. Alright, this time, we succeeded. All heroes begin combat heading Grey Plane, and all heroes flanking attacks deal. This combat deal +1 damage. But we also have quite a few enemies, including the new Geist. Its shuffling shoulders scrape like stones. Known as a gory stint and rises off its matted fur. Right, so currently I'm not seeing any enemies. Oh, Gil Half is still here. You know, let's just wait. Let them come to us. Waiting for enemies. Alright, still no sign of them. I think it's probably because our hero started on the Grey Plane, so they don't know where we are. Like, volley of arrows. There's fire. There's 3 damage. Go ahead and see if there's anything around to interfuse with, like this lantern, for instance. Steel fire. Nope, it's just barely out of range. Oh, and that Bogmore just got revealed. How about you step out here, Rathalan? It's nice to know that, you know, improving the defenses does actually do some good stuff. Like, I mean, they appear to be armed with actual weapons rather than just random. Yeah, they're actually armed with proper weaponry. How did you grab someone who was in the Grey Plane? Now all the enemies come out. Steel fire, but that just completely failed. Ooh, 6 damage. This thing's both eyes stone sworn. Well, let's try and finish them off. Abba Haling's just gonna head over here and finished off. That one. Zeno is still in the Gray Plane. This is Rathalin. If I can get over here, get shot on that Rager and take it out. Gale Haft can wait, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot that that one was a thing. At least they don't seem to be. Yes, I spoke too soon. I was about to say they don't seem to be dealing much damage, and then one of the defenders died, and also Nelidia. Blood knocks Nelidia back on her heels. Pain doesn't come immediately, but the wet stuff dripping down her face, probably blood. She's never taken a hit like this, at least not that she can remember. Right? She can go for focus on surviving, nothing more I can do here. Minus 30 charisma, minus 10 retirement age this campaign. Time's running out, but my death will have purpose. Yeah, I'm gonna have to live. Fight another day. Right, let's see. We can volley of arrows. Oh, but in order to be able to hit both of those enemies, I would have to also hit Gale in the process. So I'm just gonna go for these two. Ooh. Hit that one real good. Yeah. Just emerges from the Great Plain and takes that one down. Right. How about it has to move? Right. Dodged and 2 damage at least. Ooh, and that one's down. Oh, there goes Dagia. I'll try to take that thing down. This is right here. One is downed. Hit 5 damage to that. You've managed to turn the tide. I think think we volley of arrows on the raccoon. Ooh, that actually took it down. And take that row down. And that's another victory. We successfully defended Town Watch. But Lydia is maimed, so guess we'll start carving a mountain pass. Because we don't have the legacy points to recruit anyone. But we need to continue work on our quest to clear all hostile sites before we can assault Orchard's Vigil. Hopefully finish this once and for all. Neil and Lydia are comrades. And what happened here? Suddenly Gorgons are infesting Paint Vixen fields. Let's see. You know, let's go deal with this infestation then. If we can. Yeah, send a party to clear the infestation from the site. Alright, I'm going to... Oh, none of the Gorgons aren't even gaining anything from this calamity, so let's just let them, I guess. Right, infestation cleared. So now, lurking Gorgons are less powerful. So it's time to assault Riverbird Glen. Rustle, hoot, hoot. Cree. Skrr. Feeling the tension? Tend to keep things in. Are you good? Rathlin, I'll tell you the truth. I'm this close to dropping my weapons and dashing out of here. I'll be fine. I just keep thinking I'll get around me somehow. Hit one of you. You can count on us, Neil. Just worry about your own job in this. I'll try to. Neil and Rathlin gain temporary damage and potency. +1 bonus damage and +1 potency. Alright, so we have Row 2, Bogmore 1, Rager 1, and Raccoon 1. There's also a Leaf Spirit here. Which fuse with something close by. Discus. Boom. 4 damage. C. 3 damage. Ooh, 4. Just one was blocked. There's just tongue blocked. Another enemy revealed. Don't know what this leaf spirit is all about. Third shot. And they both managed to take cover. Finally got a good opportunity to use third shot, and it, everything just took cover. 4 damage and 2 damage from the discus ricocheting. 4 damage there. Blocked. 2 damage. 2 damage. And blocked. Which Hawthorne does have a skinning knife, so she can't just take this thing down with it. It's something I keep overlooking. The fact that not every character has just the one weapon. Right, and I keep forgetting about Spirit Blade too. But hey, took those down. Just in one big blast. Neil didn't expect this would be her last battle. Just one more swing at her foe, and maybe it'd be easier to accept, but her arms won't budge. When all else fails, use your head. Yaha! Crack. Yeah. May not turn the tide of battle, but for a moment, it sure felt good. Right, swap back to your bow. Seems you can deal more damage to that, so... And stump. Just try and blast that. Right, Rathlin has gone down. Battle ragged, her right arm useless. Rathlin watches friends and foes blur around her. But within that blur emerges a moment of clarity. The most important thing right now is going back and living to fight another day, taking this thing down with me, making my memory matter. She's pretty much gonna have to pull back because there's no Lydia's already maimed. Stay down, unwind of death, and you sneak past her. Oh. Interfuse with a mossy stone. And discus. And dodged. Because of course. And there goes Lydia. Lydia falls into the ground. She goes to push herself back up, indignant, and when she can't. Time stops, and then starts again. Despite your sacrifices, the Battle of Riverbird Glen ended in defeat. They gained the Bartoth. I've got to wait for Rathlin and to get ready to fight again. Then Lydia quickly fell in battle at Hilling's timbers. So just you go, friend. What is best? As it starts to commemorate her story, or bury her quietly near her family. I guess we're building a tomb because, like, we could really use the legacy points. We're also, after all, we're already recruiting a poetical greed wagon by the name of Rain. Wanted, new recruit for Fox's order. Must be willing to open treasure chest with questionable safety. Ask for Rathalan of the town inn. Of the town watch inn. Worth it. Hachi, become a warrior. So we don't have one of those. It's a shame we can't just recruit Gale Half. She's too busy protecting in Town Watch. Hedge from incursions of Gorgons. Right. Rain Oak is now a Greenhorn Warrior. Definitely going untouchable. They get defensive ability, sounds real good right now. Okay, so it looks like we can't increase the fortifications at all. The Gorgons are coming from this area now, so we might as well just wait. And defend and when they arrive. We've only got 2 heroes this time. Gorgons have come. Bleak bellows is all around with beasts full of bloodlust and indigo bile. How should the defenders respond? Which we knew each other better, huh, Rain? In Children's battle. Hope staying hidden worked last time. And it's working this time as well. Let's see. Okay, so we're on, I guess, this map again. Shoot. Dodged. Of course. Through shot. Took cover. Gale has opted for to go into melee this time. You know, volley of arrows on that rager. Seems. Oh, and over here we have no heroes. Those I don't think. Yeah. It's just Gale, Abba, and a couple new faces. This is the defense squad. Well, guess our melee folks are heading around this way. I like the like having the same people be consistently defending the town is a nice touch. You know, like they get, to a degree, their own story of just defending their home over and over. Rain is already almost dead. Fantastic. However, we are dealing good damage, at least. Third shot. Blocked. These guys are pretty useless over here. So they might as well get to work repositioning. Plus explosive. And there goes Rain. Battle rigged, her right arm useless. Rain watches friends and foes blur around her. Within the blur emerges a moment of clarity. The most important thing right now is taking this thing down with me. This Rathlin is not... Wait, no, Rathlin is maimed. Ooh, maybe that wasn't the greatest choice. Seeing as how... You know, if anything happens to Rathlin, our entire party is toast. Like, we will not have anybody in the party anymore. And Rathlin is about to be toast, I think. Yep. Rathlin falls into the ground. There's no time for last words. Not that Rathlin have had many time stops. Then it starts again. I guess we get to see the rest of this play out because we do have villagers that are trying to fight this major threat to their home, but are probably all going to die in the process. Like, statistically speaking, pretty much none of them are gonna survive, I feel. Oh, there goes Tiber. Volley of arrows, gonna rain death. Ooh, that was a good volley. He actually took down, but if I had to guess, it's probably the hardest enemy in the entire fight. Come on. Well, 3 damage is something. At least. Right. 2. And dodged. Ooh, 7 damage from Gale. Right, that's one row down. You know what? How about you save Gale by taking out this thing? Because we did still take 1 damage. But man, Gale can hold her own. Right. Rain Death. Like legit. Legit Gale can hold her own. 3 people mourn in their destinies, they weep and wail and hide their faces for what might have been. Then they tighten their belts, shadows from the trees lengthen, no lamps rise in the darkness, and nothing will be alright. Why can't Gale have just rise up? Alright, it's almost 3 AM, so I think I'm gonna call it there. And we might and next time I stream this, we'll probably just load from a save. So we've got 2 of them, apparently. So thank you all for watching. I will definitely stream this at some point later on. Let me see who else is live with the game. So I can send somebody a raid. Alright, looks like there's a good few people live. Let's see. Right, let's send Lillian Volpe. He's a raid. Say it's still Pride Month. We've got literally today and tomorrow left. Or I guess if you're past the international dateline, today, at this time. So let's rate the one person who's in the category who's labeled as being part of the LGBT plus community via their tags.